Neil at Spark Angels here, and thanks for joining my live chat. Toying around with events and all different ways of publicising the live chat and trying to keep ahead of Facebook's infrastructure, all doobies, all that they're constantly messing with what works and what doesn't work on Facebook. So, yeah, trying to do all sorts of events and things. But you join me here today because I have had the Apple Watch Series 4 from the unboxing video that you can catch on our YouTube channel and also on our Facebook channel, all the way to, that was the unboxing, and on YouTube it went fantastic. It's about 3,100 views so far, doubled my subscriber rate from a fantastic 15 to a whopping 30, well, actually 32 actually, so it's more than doubled. So 1 week with the Apple Watch Series 4. Now I had, the only other Apple Watch I've ever worn was an Apple Watch Series 2, 2 weeks before that, for a whopping 1 day, before I broke it with a jacuzzi. So, we try and glance over this one. So I pre-ordered this, which is the first Apple thing that I've ever pre-ordered, and it arrived and I unboxed it last Friday, and I've had it on for a week. And my first impressions, or my week's worth of impressions, are interesting, I must admit. I've still got it on, so it's still working, and I obviously like it. But I'm quite biased as well, we all know this, but I have scratched it. Mortified 2 days ago when I looked at it, and I'd not just like a little scratch either, some quite, I don't know if I can show you this on the camera, let's see if I can, but yeah, it's going to struggle to, but there's quite a good scuffing all the way across there, like I've caught it against the wall or something. I don't know when I did it, I have no clue, I don't even know what I did it up against, but so I have scratched it, which I'm a bit shocked about, and I'm going to get a screen guard for it, like shutting the gate after the horse is bolted. But I also have the Apple Care, which I did say, which I'm quite pleased about, because I might need it. So, first impressions is that obviously it's very susceptible. I like it, my metal watches and the diver watches I've had previously, where the crown is higher than the glass. This is very susceptible. Now that's nothing new, because we replaced the screen, so nothing new, I just need to be more careful. So the scratch, I was mortified, but the first scratch is the deepest. Still can't use the darn thing. I'm still end up pressing all these buttons and the crowns and trying to spin it around, and I seem to, every time I do it, I seem to, hello mum, I seem to every time get a different sort of, when I'm looking for trying to get the apps, then I end up pressing the button and getting notifications and all sorts of things going on. So still can't quite use it, but I really should just sit down and spend some time learning that. It's so light. I mean, I found it incredibly, considering it's a couple of mil bigger than the biggest Series 3 version, phenomenally light. I mean, I don't notice on my wrist. I'm used to quite heavy watches, and I was a bit dubious about the Velcro-y strap thing. Okay, but yes, it is incredibly light. I forget it's on there. That's probably why I bashed it against the wall or whatever I did and scratched it. So you really do, and it's, and you've got the sensor on the back for the heart rate stuff. It's quite prominent, but again, you really don't you don't know it's on there. It doesn't slide around. It doesn't feel tight. I know they've managed to make it a fantastic feel. Now, one thing when I did unbox it was this Velcro style strap. And I was a bit like, okay, it's a grower. It's definitely a grower. And in the actual unboxing video, I did attach it the wrong way around, because one end has the bit that sticks out where the loop goes through, and the other end it comes almost straight out the watch. I did put it on the wrong way around, so when I put it the right way around, it looked a lot better. And I didn't wear it. I wasn't stupid enough to wear it for that long, or at all. Well, it's the wrong way around. So yeah, but it's ultra comfortable and it's ultra secure. So when you do fasten it up, and you just kind of pull that on there. The nice feature is the fact that it won't pull through, because it's got this metal bar across, plastic bar across. So it won't put. So when you're stretching it off your wrist, because I've got quite big wrists, it's a bit stretchy, but it's not over stretchy. So yeah, it's great. It doesn't come undone, and then you just put it through and zip it back. It's just, they've managed to perfect Velcro, bizarrely. I mean, what else do you expect from Apple? Downside is that it's getting quite mucky. As you can see, I think that's probably a slight coffee spill at one point. I was concerned as to whether or not it's going to start whiffing a bit, and it probably will. I haven't actually taken it to the gym yet, but I need to. steering clear of the jacuzzi, even though it's watertight, apparently. So yeah, I think it's. But then again, I don't know if I'd actually throw the band in the wash or something. It depends. So it's going to get sort of more messy than a rubber strap. So yeah, that's the strap. I'm quite impressed with it. It's a grower. It's definitely a grower, and it seems to be quite nicely kind of lets a lot of air around your wrist. So I haven't sort of, again, I haven't taken it to the gym, but it's quite nice. The watch itself, I mean, because I've not used to really using one, it's a nice big screen. I do love the different faces, and I'm especially fond of, and if I can get to it, you've got some great sort of edge-to-edge screen, like smoke and water effects, which I think is really nice. But that's my favourite. Hey, old Mickey, you can have Minnie as well. And my 3-year-old son, especially, and to be fair, I do as well. I kind of blame it on the fact that I've got him and I do it on him. But the times I find myself just doing it on my own.
It's 12:09. Good afternoon.
I love that. Absolutely love that. And unfortunately, he says the time, but he says a little bit like "Good morning, mate," and "Pal," and things like that. And he does that one per morning, and I could probably sit there and do it.
It's 12:09.
Loads. Yeah. So. It's got some great features, as per most Apple Watches. I haven't exploited the whole heart rate quite as much as I would do. It's a bit shocking seeing my heart rate. I could do with getting that lower and getting a bit fitter. But that's a good thing. And one thing this seems to have done is open a massive element of competition between my wife and I, which we always are a bit competitive anyway. And her Series 3, and she owns a salon and does hairdressing, and she obviously brags a lot about being able to eat a lot of junk food and stay very thin, whereas I don't. So looking at her stats versus mine, it's turned into a bit of a competition on who can get the highest, who can complete the circles of the whole fitness trait thing, which probably could only be a good thing, but it just seems to have turned something, another sort of element of competition between us both. And she's always saying sort of how hairdressers are always on their feet and always doing this, that and the other, and I hear about that all day long, and now I seem to have proof on her wrist. So yeah, I'm going to have to go out all out and work darn hard, because I'm a professional emailer, which really doesn't mean that I move around a great deal. So yeah, essentially, very impressed with it. It's super light considering it, it's quite big. The strap is really comfortable. And it's very secure. You don't end up, even after a sort of a week's use of Solidly, it fastens safely and securely. The scratch, well, I don't know, maybe a screen guard is in order, and yeah, I think I'm impressed, definitely impressed. If there's anything else that I haven't covered, the screen size is big, it's super fast as far as switching between the functionalities and things. There's no real delays in it all. The faces are great, and yeah, it's a very nice piece of kit. I'd certainly recommend it. And after a week of using it, the battery life is great. I mean, I'd probably go a couple of days with charging it. I definitely would recommend removing it if you're going to do DIY. And it's just, as you can see there, it's just got some great effects. Pings every now and again to get you breathing. It's obviously got your heart rate on, as per most. And I think there's a few functions I haven't unlocked because I've only got an iPhone 7 that I need one of the newer sort of XRs or XS Maxes and things like that to actually exploit a few of the functions, and that's something that I'll be digging a bit further into and probably keeping you guys a bit more update. So I'm going to post this on YouTube, so if you ever need a recap, have a look at it on there. Ask me any questions. If you've got any questions on this event, the next time that I do a catch-up event on how progress is going with this, then I will set up an event and then do a video probably 7 days later. So if you've got any questions, well, ping me a message, but by all means post it in this section. I'll keep checking back. I'll see what I can do to answer it, and I can compile them in the next video. I'm pretty sure that 1 week with the Apple Watch Series 4 for me has been quite a success. I must admit, I think it was a good investment. Thanks for watching. I'm Neil at Spark Angels.